Welcome. I'd like to mention two particular experiences that can be easily overlooked, but are really important to notice. One would be called labeling or identifying, meaning it's when we tell experience what it is, meaning we make an interpretation. Something's happening and we make an interpretation about it, and then we react to that interpretation. I'll say more about that. But on the other side of that is what is known as spiritual bypassing. And spiritual bypassing is when thought begins to rationalize feelings that arise, feelings that are deemed inappropriate. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I should be beyond this. And then rationalizing, denying, for example, oh, there's nothing here. Oh, I don't exist. Uh, oh, these feelings aren't real. So it's kind of the tendency to try to pretend that what's appearing isn't appearing, and it's using spirituality, so-called, to avoid being with what's arising in the present moment. So, with my background in psychotherapy, as a psychotherapist myself, and I'm discovering this new way of being with reality. I'm discovering how I hold reality to be. Example, oh, this shouldn't be happening. I don't like this. Uh, Someone is doing this on purpose, taking things personally. I mean, it's all the way we interpret reality and then react to it. I wanted to be sure that I wasn't bypassing. Is it, I knew better than that too. That was not the answer. So I was, very, I wanted to be very attentive to that because, I had strong emotional reactions to experiences that appeared. And so I was concerned that, for example, one of the methods that I was learning was to redirect attention uh, when certain reactions were arising. So if I was finding myself, thought is going on and claiming this and that, and then there's this uh, upsetness that's now arising, you know, I was learning to redirect attention to other dimensions of experience. So what that what that meant to me was, one experience was appearing, thought was telling me something, reactions were happening. And so, but there were other dimensions at the same moment. Uh, there is the dimension of vision, there is the dimension of sound, there's the dimension of sensation. And so I could, it, it's possible to redirect whatever's going on with thought and simply redirect it to another dimension. I wanted to be sure that I wasn't bypassing and ignoring the feelings. I mean, so that was a very uh, delicate dance early on for me to be able to be with the feelings that were arising due to thoughts about something, which is, of course, imagined into existence in the first place. But that's okay. That's what unfolding looks like. So being with whatever feelings, but noticing, that's really the key to everything, as far as I can tell you, is noticing in this moment what is happening. Notice what thought is saying, and notice, how does this relate to my story? And you know what? The more I saw how whatever upset was relating to my story, I could hold that with compassion. I could simply hold the whole appearance of whatever was going on, hold it compassionate, hold it compassionately without being sucked into the story. Now, of course, early on, it's easy to get sucked into the story and to, uh, go back and forth with thoughts about this and that and the other thing that can easily get into a thought loop. But it's just the noticing. It's the noticing, the not objecting to it, the not telling myself this shouldn't be happening, the not telling myself I should be beyond this, which is what all of which is what I did. I believed all those thoughts for quite some time, but the noticing helped loosen all of that holding a certain way. And the bypassing, which I wanted to be very careful about, was this tendency to pretend that nothing is real, that nothing exists. It's basically a denial mechanism in my book to avoid feeling what is arising. And from this therapeutic background that I have, um, and people can have their own opinions about this, and it's fine. But bypassing it does not um, address the belief system that's underneath, that's activated by the belief system. So to me, I think it's wise to um, take a look at those thoughts and beliefs, uh, attempt to be with them in a calm manner as best we can. I mean, because it's the noticing and the investigating the thoughts and the belief system that loosens it. And so denying it, you know, doesn't doesn't do the quite the same thing. So it's recognizing what's there. It's recognizing how this has been a part of the story of this character, holding this story and the character with compassion rather than condemnation or denial. And and this noticing will really loosen all of the ways things are held. And and I'm hoping that I'm being clear about the way things are held, because what it's referring to is our beliefs about everything. And so noticing thought, especially, it will give us a clue when uh, the thought uh, creates this tension, tightness. Uh, People might call it a contraction. It doesn't matter what the words are, but it's just noticing these the reactivity and just looking gently to see what's here and remembering the dimensions of experience. breath. Always return to the breath. It's a beautiful anchor. Simply return to vision. What's here in my bubble of experience? All these colors, textures, flavors. What's here in the field of sound? Simply being with all of these dimensions. It's amazing because they don't interfere with each other. They each have their own lane. It's just so amazing. And they're all available, but they can easily be overlooked when reactivity and attachment to thought and feelings arises. The other dimensions can simply be overlooked. They just slide into the background. And what's in the foreground is the story and the reactivity. So simply noticing these things. There is no better or not as good condition. There's just how it appears. And the noticing with equanimity, just the noticing with curiosity. See how that goes. See what that's like. And I'd love to hear your experiences. I really appreciate you being here. And thank you so much.